of dollars wasted on private administration, tens of millions of citizens who are completely uninsured. But in the last 25 years, we leaders in Ottawa have allowed our Canadian public health care system to be slowly and steadily nibbled away. And one of the consequences is the issue that we're addressing here today. And that has to do with the fact that so many of our fellow citizens now don't have access to a family doctor. Having regular access to a family doctor is really the basic business of community health care. It's about regular checkups, it's about early detection and prevention, it's about keeping people well in the first place because your family doctor knows you and your family. And if you don't have that, then you don't really have health care, you have sickness care. You have a system that's about dealing with you when you're seriously ill, not about keeping you well. And that's what they have in the United States. And that's what we're drifting into here in Canada. It's a key reason why our emergency wards are full and why there are so many waiting lists. It's time that we did something about it. 5 million Canadians don't have access to a family doctor. That's a far more important issue, I would suggest to all of you, than giving more corporate tax breaks. It's time to directly address this problem. And so, if elected as Prime Minister, the New Democrats will phase in a program designed to create 50% more training spaces for doctors and nurses. And fully phased in, our program will increase the number of Canadian doctors being trained by 1,200 a year. 5 millions de Canadiens n'ont pas accès à un médecin de famille. Cette question est beaucoup plus importante que les réductions d'impôts pour les grandes entreprises. Il est temps d'aborder ce problème de façon directe. Alors, si je suis élu Premier ministre, l'NPD fera adopter progressivement un programme pour créer 50% plus de places en formation pour les médecins et les infirmiers. Une fois en place, notre programme augmentera le nombre des étudiants canadiens en médecine de 2,200 par année. Fully phased in, our program is going to increase the number of nurses being trained by 6,000, a 50% increase. Now, fully phased in, we'll be committing $200 million a year to this priority, totaling $1 billion over 5 years. And of course, we'll work in close partnership with provincial premiers, like the next Nova Scotia Premier, Darrell Dexter. As appropriate from province to province, we'll make these funds available to increase training spaces and help fund tuition and other learning costs. And we will also design this initiative to encourage graduates to make their careers in family medicine. Specifically, we'll propose that graduating health professionals who begin their careers in family medicine and stay there for at least 10 years be forgiven their student loans. I heard an interesting reaction from the students here because we met with the students last year, a great many of whom would like to have been family doctors, and told me very simply that they had to go on and become specialists because by staying as family doctors they'd be unable to pay their student loans. And this can be corrected. Now finally, as a key part of this initiative, we will work with provinces and territories to fix once and for all Canada's foreign credential system so that the trained and skilled medical people that we entice to Canada can finally get to work where we need them the most in our healthcare system. Précisément pour les professionnels de santé qui terminent leurs études et qui débutent leur carrière dans la médecine familiale et restent là pendant au moins 10 ans. Nous proposerons qu'on leur fasse grâce de leurs prêts étudiants. Et enfin, comme partie essentielle de cette initiative, nous travaillerons avec les provinces et les territoires pour régler une fois pour toutes le système de reconnaissance des titres de compétences étrangers pour que ces professionnels de la santé formés et compétents puissent enfin travailler là où nous avons le plus besoin d'eux dans notre système de soins de santé. There's a great deal more that we need to do to help Canada's public health care system return to good health itself. And I'll have a lot more to say about that in this election, because health care is one of the most important issues in the election. Because